I am live. Oh my gosh, I'm live and I'm alone. I don't have William tonight, so there's no one interrupting me, kicking me under the table, making jokes. I just sent him out of the room. He's like, fine, be that way. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Wine Wednesday. I'm happy to have you guys here. If you read the newsletter this morning, you know I have a special guest, and you know that I have a lot of things to talk about. Oh my gosh, so many things to talk about, y'all. Hi, Tabitha. Hi, Kathy. I got a Facebook user. Hey. Hi, Louise. Hi, Tiffany. Thank you for the subscribe to the YouTube channel, by the way. Hi, Trish. Your order's in the mail. Hi, Linda. Hello, another Facebook user. Hi, Evita. Lots and lots of folks joining us. It's been a long time. We've missed you, Tiffany. Hi, Joe. Lovely weather we're having, right? Hi, Dana. Hi, Karen. We've missed you. It's been a hot minute. Hi, Lori. How you doing? So I'm happy to have you guys here. And like I said, special guests, we have loads to talk about. There's a billion things happening, and the behind the scenes to get what I announced today done was monster. And I have to give amazing kudos and shout out to Rachel, and actually all of Team Black, because, Rachel did so much heavy lifting, and, Shannon and William worked behind the scenes to get so many other things done, especially the website, in a timely manner so that everything would reflect appropriately, and we were ready to go. And I'll tell you a funny story about that when we get everybody situated. So let's see. Hi, Elizabeth. And I'm so happy to have you guys here. I see a couple of Facebook users. Hi, Kelly. Your husband set you up the phone so you can listen. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Thank you. I hope you're doing okay. Hi, B. How are you? Hi, Fong. Thank you, Nicole. They have been amazing. Hey, Ames. I have been thinking of you. I hope you're okay. I appreciate you, Robin. We are really excited too, and I'm about to bring Jenna in so you can hear all of the doings. Whoever says they haven't been able to join in forever and you're finally here at the right time, your username says Facebook user. That's fine. I just want you to know I can't see your name. But hello and welcome back. Hi, Sharon. Akima, nice to see you. Hey, Cindy. How you doing, honey? Let's see. Hi, Maya. I'm glad you could make it. And Laura. Team Black does rock, Kelly. You are correct. Oh, it's Tracy. Hey, Tracy. Good to see you. Yeah, we're doing good. It's just a little bit crazy here. Hello, Cindy. How are you? So without further ado, I'm going to bring Jenna on because, like I said, we have so much to talk about. And as you guys know, we are crazy anyway. And maybe Jenna and I kind of, I don't know, exacerbate each other's worst tendencies when it comes to craziness, but in a good way. So it's all going to be cool, and we're going to have fun. Let's see. Some questions here. Sir William is in his office listening for YouTube trolls and making sure that I don't say something inappropriate to y'all, whatever that might be. Let's see. Oh, Chloe, hi. You haven't been here in forever. So my understanding, Chloe, is that in order for me to see your name other than Facebook user, you have to give StreamYard permission, and I don't remember how. Maybe somebody can remind you. We kind of did this last week. I am so glad to hear that your cousin opened his eyes today, Maya. That's fantastic. No, Susan, you are not still Facebook user. You are Susan, so that's fantastic. Hey, Nikki Ann. Oh, I am so glad that you're back, Jen, and I'm glad that you're happy to be here. Thank you, Nikki. And yes, I finally got my hair cut and trimmed, and it was a thing. Let us see. Okay, so thank you, Joe. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, I did finally get my hair cut last week, Evita. Hi, Tanya, and whoever says they are another Miss Shayla, hi. You are a Facebook user too, which is fine. Like I said, can't find the link for StreamYard. I thought I did it earlier. Rhonda, I see your name, so you're fine. Thank you, Lori. Okay, so without further ado, thank you, Susan. This is one of my favorite colors, and it is so hard to find. Just saying. So when I find a blue red shirt, I'm like, that is mine. It needs to be mine because I love all things blue red. Okay. So I've said 3 times, but without further ado, I am going to bring Jenna on, and she's already laughing at me. So that's how our lives go. And I'm going to drag you over here.
Ooh,
now,
yeah.
there we are.
That felt good, baby.
Look at me go. I did all the technology things, honey. I did it.
I did it. Perfectly. Hi, everybody.
It's a new thing for me.
You did good. I've been watching the names scroll up, and I'm like, oh, hi. And then nobody can hear me. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay.
Hi, Melissa. Let's see. Hi, Vicky. It's nice to see you. Let's see.
With Kathy. Oh my gosh.
I missed somebody else. It's scrolling a little fast, but
it's going like phew.
I know, right? But that's good. That's fine.
Y'all.
So everybody says hi.
Hi, y'all.
Hi, y'all.
All y'all.
See, you learned that from spending too much time with me. They don't say that up in Kansas.
When Sean moved back from Georgia, it was hi, allians. Allians in here. And I'm like, what is that? And
well, in North Carolina, it's Ewanses.
It's Ewanses. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All y'all and Yuns and all y'all.
Thank you, Eve. Hi, Ram. You love being anonymous? We'll hunt you down. No,
that's right.
It's fine.
That's right.
Oh, there you go. Kelly loves your hair. She's a redhead
thank
too.
You, Kelly.
Yes, you did pick the right night to watch Tiffany.
Yeah.
So
Tiffany.
Anyway, so for those of you who got the newsletter today, you saw our big announcement. So you guys have been asking us for quite some time. When is Heavenly Risings? When is book 3 coming out? When are we getting the commitment? When are we getting the end to this trilogy? When? Tell us when, Jenna.
Yeah, great. I don't know.
June 7th.
June 7th, 2022.
Yes, exactly.
You know, you should know better than to ask me. My brain is mush.
It is. You guys, she just finished with a deadline today, like maybe a couple of hours ago, not even like 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago.
Yeah.
And I don't drink, but I could slam me a bottle of champagne right now and be a happy old girl, I tell you.
No, you'd be an asleep girl.
I would be drooling on the desk, girl.
You would. So it's hysterical because, well, admittedly, I can drink a lot of people under the table.
Oh my God, this woman.
I can put away some booze. I really can. It's true. But, yeah. Poor Jenna, like, and she's much taller than me. You guys have to understand, like, she's much taller than me. And so when she's like a half a glass of champagne and she's like, I'm drunk.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, give me the rest of the bottle.
We went to the Mexican restaurant by her house and they've got these terrific margaritas.
Oh, amazing. Some of my favorites.
Like this big, right? I drank that much and my whole face is numb, right? I feel my tongue. Where's my nose? It's crazy. I mean, I am the cheapest date on the planet.
I had like 4 of those suckers. And I walked right out, and she's like, I don't understand you.
Yeah, I couldn't drive from this much, and she's had
I'm like,
4
I'm fine.
Them. Yeah,
I know. I don't know. I don't know what it is. 3 days before your birthday, Rhonda. That's fantastic. Oh, yes, cool. We are super excited.
Hello,
Kathy, we have to work through some issues in order to get to pre-order the print version. We're getting there. It's taking a little bit longer to do the technical side of things than normal, and yeah, we're trying to work through it. It's just been weird.
And thank you, Lily. I'm so looking forward to this.
Oh yeah. We are so excited. Oh my God, I can't even start to tell you. Cindy, so Jenna lives in Kansas and I am in Texas. So you have a very low threshold for wine.
Yeah. And
one tequila, yeah. Ames has it right. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila floor.
Mine's floor after 1, but it's okay. Just walk over me. It's as hot in Kansas as it is in Texas. I think it was hotter today.
Not quiet.
Our heat index was 102 and yours was 99.
No, my heat index was 108.
Well, no, when Els put those snapshots up, We got up
Well,
to
according to
38.
Apple weather,
Yeah,
it was not that cool. I would have liked that, but
you know
no.
what? It's a whole lot better than snow.
Well, there is that, and I don't usually get much of that. Sherry, no, so we'll go ahead and address that now.
Oh, Chloe,
She
your
asked
name's up.
if,
Sorry.
huh?
Chloe's name's up now.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Sherry asked if Isabella was writing the third book with us. So, we love her to death, and we came to a place where she just really couldn't devote this series takes so much time to write. I can't even tell you. Months of 12 to 15 hour days, 7 days a week. This series is difficult to write. It's not just wrenching and emotional, but it's also really complicated. The Bibles we keep for this are super long.
War and Peace. They're like
it is. And we have multiple different things to try to keep straight. The timeline alone on this sucker is about 10 pages, just the timeline.
Oh yeah, just the timeline. And there was what book was it where we were down to 5-minute intervals?
Well, it's the newly retitled The Brink. Brink. Our timeline for The Brink was we finally got down to 15-minute increments because things were happening.
That's what action was going
like
on.
That. If you have not read this series, go read it because, there's a reason people love this series. Hi, Loretta. Yes, you are showing up with your name.
Oh. Mine's not scrolling.
It's
I have to scroll.
sometimes you have to scroll it. It is very elaborate. You're right. Thank you, Kelly. We love doing it. We wouldn't do it if we didn't love doing it, but it's something we have to plan for. And Isabella has a demanding job she really loves now. And it's, in the pick and choose, she didn't want to give up her job, which we completely applaud and understand. And so we decided to go ahead and finish this series. Yeah, she retired. She said, I enjoyed writing, but it was always fun for her. It was not like the thing she wanted to do with her whole life. So she liked to write for fun, and at the point at which it was interfering with, a job she really loved. And we are perfectly thrilled that she's happy. We're happy. Yeah. We're all happy, and we're still great friends. And
the sisterhood lives on. Like you said, like
absolutely
Shayla said earlier the sisterhood lives on.
Yes. Hi, Renee. Thank you. We are really, really excited to you guys. I can't even tell you. So you're freezing your ass off in Australia. I know, Ames. I know.
Oh my gosh.
As we're sitting here bitching about the heat, I know you guys are like, oh my gosh.
I'm not bitching. I got a hot stud that just got out of bed. He's in my kitchen right now.
Nice. Yeah.
He looks like he's going.
You're hot in Massachusetts, Kelly. I think it's just it's like the
I'm having trouble with them too, B. They're just sticking.
So somebody says thank you for offering the Broken for free, and it is on every platform except Amazon, which we're getting there, you guys. I promise. It's just a process. She says, I have the other 4 books in the Rain Falling series. Will it update the covers to the new ones on Kobo? No, because we changed the titles, and because we changed the authors, we had to completely start over with new ISBNs. So they are legally new books, and so we had to approach them as new books. So no, they won't automatically update to new covers, and we wish that it would be that easy, but the legalities of all of this are difficult. So
did you see what Kathy wrote? She says she threw the choice across the room.
Oh, I know that. We've had this conversation. Because we're apparently evil hags. Who knew? I know. We take delight in being evil hags. I don't know what to say. So
the Unbroken bit.
Oh, okay.
Hint,
so hint. Okay. So yes, William, thank you so much for your subtle jab in the ribs. First of all, before I go any farther, Kelly, I hope that your surgery went well, and if you feel like sharing, please do. If you don't totally understand, just know that we wish you a speedy recovery. Yes, we know we left you hanging, Louise. So if you're new to this series, the prequel that we have been working on off and on for a while is finally ready. And so it is called The Broken. It's free at shaylablack.com. And some of you have taken advantage of that. Please do. It's also available for free at Apple, Kobo, BNN, and I believe Google Play is up now too. William can correct me if I'm wrong. But if it's not up at Google Play today, it probably will be in the next 24 to 48 hours. Everything's submitted. So that is free. And if you have not read these books, should I quiz you, Jenna? Would you like that? Would you like to rattle off the order of the books for us?
No, because my paper's in the other room, my cheat sheet, because that's what I have to have these days. Yeah, I have been so deep in the cave. I mean, you guys haven't seen me around forever.
It is.
Hang on a minute.
And they're all B names to make it more complicated, right?
They're all B's, right?
They're all B names. So it's after The Broken, it's The Betrayal, The Break, The Brink, and then the
Bond.
The Bond. There you go. Yeah. And then if you are through Rain Falling and you haven't started Heavenly Rising, or you want to start, but you were waiting for us to be done, you can go ahead and get started because they're giant tomes anyway. And those titles have not changed. They're The Choice, and then The Chase, and then you will have The Commitment next.
And Kima wants to know if they're exactly the same books as the old titles.
Yes. The Broken you have not read before because it's something we've been working on in the background for quite some time. But the books themselves have not changed. Like I said, because we retitled the series and retitled the Rain Falling books themselves, and because we lost a co-collaborator, legally speaking, so we had to recover, reissue, everything to be on the up and up and do the things the right way so we don't get in any trouble.
Right.
So, I do see, you say, I don't know if I'm being seen. Am I doing this right? Yes, you are being seen, but it says Facebook user, so I don't know who you are, but I do see you. I know you cuss us a lot, Eve. Love you, mean it. William is in the other room because he wants to make sure that no YouTube trolls get us. I guess. I don't know. Either that or he just doesn't love me anymore, you guys. Oh my God.
I love you.
No,
I'm here with
true.
you. He knows I'm here to protect you. That's
why. I know.
Yeah. Bring on those cowboys, Jenna. Honey, I am.
Yeah, she is.
I am.
Rhonda, you read The Chase in a day. That is a feat, honey. That is a giant book. That is a giant ass book. I just saw somebody who said they haven't read this series. You want to do that. Trust me when I tell you want to do that.
Sorry.
What's that?
I told Beatrice to hush. She goes, Jenny, just go ask him to join us instead of ogling him all the time. I keep looking over at him.
So, yeah, sometimes some people, hey, Amanda, how are you, dear? Yes, I can see your name now, Tracy. Yay! William has been banned. Thank you, Kima. Like, we love this series. You guys, I can't even tell you how much we really love to write this series. The characters are just, and then, so I think with any good collaboration, and I was actually doing a BLC presentation the other day, with some ladies on Zoom, and we were talking about collaborations, and there was another collaborative team in the room also, so we were talking about the different ways we collaborated and whatever, and people seem to be really interested. So if you guys don't know, if you're new to this series or new to us, one of the things that we decided to do with this series was, when we began writing it, we were like, so we have this super loose plot. I mean, super loose. And we were like, so let's just see what happens if we each take a character and then write that character as true to character, like totally true to character. We never step out of character. If it doesn't fit the plot, we'll mold the plot to fit the character, not mold the character to fit the plot, if that makes sense, y'all. So anyway, that's how Rain Falling was born. And it's one of the reasons I love it so much is because it was just a place where we could really explore these super effed up characters.
Oh, totally effed up.
Effed up. So,
and it was so fun at the beginning. I mean, at the beginning we had Team Liam, Team Hammer. Hammer's an idiot. Hammer's an ass. I love Liam. I love Liam. I love Hammer. It was so fun.
Well, and then people would be like, Liam just needs to get over himself. I mean, everybody had a reason for being on whatever team they loved. But what was so interesting to me was that we each brought parts of ourselves to this in ways that I don't know that we expected. So, like,
or planned.
We both like to write hot things, so that was not the issue. It was more like, I like to write these really deep, wrenching, like, I love to rip your guts out and go for the jugular, like, so I'm going to throw you down to the floor if you're a character and kick you some more and just keep kicking you, and then when that gets boring, I'll, like, roll you over and stomp on you, like, that's my jam. I have so much fun doing that. And then Little Miss Sarcasm over here. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Where?
Oh my gosh. We just absolutely, we just brought parts of ourselves, and all of the humor, like, so much. If you guys howled laughing, I'm not going to give the gag away for anybody who hasn't read Heavenly Rising, but if you howled laughing at Madame Zelda and Clovis, raise your hand if you came up with that. Exactly.
And Eve, I have a grandson named Beckett too. Little Beck. I have a little Beck too. So it's but I don't think of Beck when I'm watching Beckett. So, but yeah, Madame Zelda came just kind of. I do this a lot though. If I'm like
she does, and we were stuck. We were stuck,
and I'm like, I'll be right back. So I took off. I went outside, walked around this pool, and I came back in. I'm like, I got it.
And in the meantime, we were actually at Isabella's house, and Isabella and I are talking, and we're trying to come up with something, and we knew it needed to be like an epic prank, and we couldn't think of it. And we were just like, God, there's got to be something better. And everything we had was like, it was okay. And we actually had more pranks that we didn't write into the book. We didn't have time. We just didn't have time, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
So Facebook user says it was weird how Mason knew so much about Rain that he even knew her cycle. Honey, he was paying attention.
Oh, yeah.
Because experience had taught him to pay attention. And if you've read the whole series, you know why. So anyway.
So I walked outside and came back in and I said, I've got it. Madame Zelda and Clovis.
So Kelly, it's funny. She says she loves when Rain throws her hissy fit in the betrayal. It was so much fun. And you guys, some of this you can't imagine. We didn't even script it. Like, I sat in my little seat with my little Rain hat on, and she sat in her seat with her little Hammer hat on, and I'm like mouthing off and I'm saying all these things, and she just sails right back.
I'm channeling my husband this whole time, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this would not go over well.
Keep going. Are you done? Yeah. Are you done yet? Are you done yet?
Are you done yet? Mm-hmm. I've heard that before.
We do. So, but the funniest, I mean, it's not funny. To give you the difference in the chapters that we were writing. At one point, Shayla is off writing a scene, a gut wrencher. I mean, rip your guts out.
Oh, it was so horrible. They left me alone to do this, and I'm sobbing uncontrollably.
Sobbing,
it was
her butt
horrible.
Off. And Isabella and I were in the media room scene with
if you've read Liam's The Bond with Liam's dad after, well, I can't even say that without, but anyway, toward the very end when things finally get resolved, I'm sobbing my heart out with Rain someplace doing something else.
I'm laughing so hard I can't talk. I mean, my cheeks hurt, my stomach hurts. My daughter actually.
Yeah, I called the two of them, and they're like crying too, with tears of laughter streaming down their faces. And I'm like, you bitches, like, I'm dying over here.
Bitches, I'm dying. And we were dying too, laughing. My daughter came up to see, and she's like, what is going on? I have never heard anybody laugh so hard in
that
my
much
life.
Laughter.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah. Kathy, I am drinking something new that some friends introduced me to. This is Waterloo Black Cherry Sparkling Water, which I found at Walmart.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, if you like cherry flavors, and I do, so.
Do you like that? I picked the cherry lifesavers out and give them to my kids. I'm weird.
So LaTanya, you have to tell StreamYard, you have to give StreamYard permission to display your real name for it to come over from Facebook, if that makes sense. So anyway, everything has just, with this series, there were things that we didn't know how they were going to end. And we would throw something out there and be like, just because it feels right, and I can't say why it feels right. There were a lot of things like that, don't you think? And you guys would throw in wrenches, and I would be like, what are we going to do with that? And you're like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, well, we'll just write it down.
Right. But it was weird because we got to the last book, and it was kind of, when you're writing, especially in a series, you got to get all the threads tied up. You got to tie up all the threads. And it was so weird because we didn't even try to tie them up. They just tied themselves up. It was like serendipity. It just literally. Yeah. So someone asked where to start. If you missed my earlier explanation, The Broken is the prequel. It's free on all platforms right now, including ShaylaBlack.com. Except Amazon, which is a whole nother situation we're working through. And then after that, the reading order, which you'll find in the back of The Broken as well, is The Betrayal, The Break, The Brink, The Bond. And like I said, if you're already through, yes, you are no longer anonymous, Megan. You got it. Megan, you're here.
If you've already been through Rain Falling, but you haven't started Heavenly Rising, now's the time because they're giant books. You can start with The Choice and The Chase. And then The Commitment will be out June 7th. So
Susan, my husband thinks I'm crazy all the time because I'll be in here laughing, and then he came down one morning
same day,
coffee, and I was crying my eyes out on another book that I was writing. I'm sobbing, and he's like right here.
Yes, LaTanya.
Hey, I see you.
We see you.
And he's like, he comes downstairs that morning, and I'm sitting at my computer crying. He's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "It's the story." And he's like,
"Oh, William does that to me all the time." He's like, he'll come in and like, "Are you okay? What happened?" I'm like, "These people, oh my God." Yeah.
It's all right. We're
yes, Cindy, they are on Apple. Everything is on Apple for sure, with the new covers and the whole 9 yards. So you are good to go on Apple. Yeah, you should start Rain Falling, Tiffany. It's it's just, there's so many things that I just love. And if you like a good audio, you guys, the audios are so good. Christian Fox did all the audios to date. And I can tell fall's coming. Let's just say that. Excuse me.
What's down there?
Sneezing, not on camera. So yeah. Anyway, so it's just it ended up being just one of those things we absolutely loved, and the audios are some of the best part. And somebody said earlier, Liam's Irish. Christian does an amazing job with Liam's Irish, and it's just it's so buttery and awesome, and like yeah,
it is,
yeah. And some of these scenes in there, I really think are some of the hardest I've ever written, like personally. And I won't say a lot, but the end of The Brink is like, that was horrible to write. That was one of the scariest, most difficult,
And if you guys have read... loves listening to Rod Stewart now.
Oh, no one does. Not that song anyway. Thank you, Susan. The audio versions are amazing.
Yes.
Thank you, William. When you were reading The Choice and the Chase, you would laugh or cry. Yeah, and your granddaughter would walk in the room. Yeah, that happens a lot. And be like, what the heck? Yeah. Turn around and walk out. Yeah.
She said, one of those moments, I'm leaving. It's dangerous.
Yeah. It's, oh, thank you, whoever posted is me. I guess that's probably my husband. I can try. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, if I hit that, that takes up most of us. Cool. Look at this. Woo!
There, just leave that up. That's our cheat sheet. No,
that's our cheat sheet. There you go. So if we forget to mention it again, or any of us forget, it's right there. Thank you, guys. So we are super excited. And I've had some of you ask already if it's going to happen before June 7th. I really, I wish it could, and we've been trying to make it work sooner. Of course, last year with a pandemic, there was just no way, and we were just trying to figure out, like, how do we get this together? We're used to meeting in person and plotting in person, and we just couldn't do it. And so, now we're finally starting to, we've already had one face-to-face where we've sat down and really talked about this, and we're planning another one here shortly. So, who came up with the Beck storyline?
I saw that. Oh, that was,
I think it was both of us, really, because we're kind of weirdly fascinated with that whole, like, I've watched a lot of documentaries about people kind of escaping, from that kind of thing. And so we were just both really interested.
And it was crazy because when we were plotting that was the same time that Sean and I took off on the motorcycle. We went from Kansas to California, and we were coming back, and we were coming through Nevada near the real compound. We weren't that close, but we'd stopped at a gas station, and we stopped at a bar. I think we were at a bar, and they had a can of like, I still have it. It's a can of, it's not Menage. It's like Sister Wives, and it's like got the man with all the wives on it, this can of beer. And it was like 10 o'clock in the morning, and I saw the beer sitting on the counter. It was like a restaurant bar thing. And I said, I want that beer. And he goes, I can't sell that to you, ma'am, till noon. And I'm like, I'm not going to open it. I just want the can. It's just crazy. But we did a lot of research on the cults type situations like that. And it was
we were both like weirdly fascinated. So we just decided, and it made sense. We kept wondering why, so there are things about characters. This sounds really weird, you guys, but as an author, this is really a true thing. So there are things about characters that you don't always know until they need you to know.
Right.
And so when at the end of the Bond, when everybody thought it was so ironic that Beck was the one doing the religious ceremony, if you will, we couldn't figure out why everybody was so like, ha 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 ha. And we just thought it was because, oh, how funny that you have the sadist doing something romantic.
Right.
And then as we got deeper into his storyline, we were like, oh, that's why.
That's why.
Oh, that's why.
That's why. But it was
some ugly cry. Yeah, Kelly. Some of it is ugly cry. I know.
Yeah. They are. I mean, there are.
Yeah.
There's a portion where I kept having to read the same chapter over and over and over again. And this was like long before my mom even died.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, I would cry. Every time I tried to read this thing, I was crying through the whole chapter. I would cry. And I'm like, finally, I said, I'm not reading that chapter again. Don't fucking make me do it. I'm not going to do it anymore. I could, and if I had to sit and read it now, I couldn't.
Oh, no. In fact, we were sitting there talking even about that scene.
And
one day last week?
Yeah, it was last week.
And she was like, I'm not reading it. We're not talking about it. She's like, I'm already not happening.
Cry as I'm talking to her about not talking about it.
Right. Nikki, I know it's not a stupid question because I don't 100% know the answer, but I believe the answer is yes. It will be taken down off of places like Hoopla because we've pulled it everywhere. So they will be pulling the old books, at least ebook. If they purchase print books, then no, they will probably remain on the shelves, if that helps you.
I have not. I don't know if Shayla has or not. Collaborated with Nicole Edwards?
No.
No.
Let's see. You sobbed reading the emotional scenes in the chase. Thank you, Fong, because we sobbed too.
We did too. Yeah.
Yeah, booking the narrators is, William's right, is an ordeal in itself. Thank you, Kelly. Let's see. I feel like I missed some things. Sorry, y'all. If I miss something, just ask again.
Ask again.
When it scrolls, yeah.
I'm trying to keep up with them. I see questions and I keep interrupting. So she's going to tell me shut up.
Susan said she had to stop reading when she was on a plane. She was, bawling. Oh. I've done that on a plane too. And honestly, I've written some of this on a plane and I struggled. Some of it is just like...
Oh, cute.
Yeah, Elizabeth, they are the Rain Falling and the Heavenly Rising stories that have been rebranded. If you got the newsletter this morning, there's an explanation in there, and we've kind of been over that a little bit. Thank you, Cindy.
Thanks, Chloe. I wish we could hear you.
Yes, so Kima wants to know if we're finally going to get Seth's backstory. Absolutely. Remember, if you recall the way he met his mother's fiance... There's a wedding. There's a wedding, and so he'll be going back home and dealing with some fun stuff.
Oh, what's this? I love Gloria's attitude. She puts it back in his place.
Gloria is all her. Gloria is all her, you guys. I'm just like...
No.
Yeah.
Gloria's a hoot. I'm sorry. I love
Gloria. Gloria is hysterical. And we love the way she tells Beck, like, Beck is... Everyone's afraid of Beck, and Gloria's like,
it's like...
Whatever.
Don't pull that dominant me. Yeah. I'm not one of your subs.
We miss you too, Chloe. I know it's going to be a while before you guys get to travel again, and that's no fun.
Yeah, no, we do get emotional. If their characters are part of us, I think is
Hello,
why.
our beautiful Walmart queen. I'm sorry that you're not here either. Let's see. We absolutely get completely emotional about this series, and it's one reason we love to do it. And rest assured, we are already thinking ahead. We have a plan to finish this series, but like last time, we don't... We plan enough to get started, but we know that the characters at some point are going to come in and tell us things that we didn't... There are still things we don't know about Seth. It's going to be really interesting.
Yeah. How do we figure out who writes what?
And here's another question. I wondered who was going to ask that. What? How do we figure out who writes what? We talk about it at the beginning of every new collection. And, so we originally decided, like, I chose Rain because I love to write men. Y'all who read me know that I love to write men. And so I took it as my challenge to get really, really, really deep into the head of a heroine. And, Jenna was like, oh, I'm going to bring my snark all day long, which she did so beautifully. And Isabella brought such a lovely heart to Liam that he's one of those characters who's lovely and sweet and kind and gentle.
Until you piss him off.
Yeah, until he needs to be something else, and then God help you.
Yeah,
so
back up. You're in trouble.
Yeah, back up. And then the other question I knew was coming from somebody who's anonymous. How far away is a River and Pike book? Oh. We don't know, but we have had conversations, so...
It's a baby-sized baby. That's all I'm
going to say. It's a baby-sized baby. We laughed about that last week. Oh, my gosh.
We still laugh about that.
We still laugh about it. That's one of my favorite lines from everything we've written. I don't know. It's a baby-sized baby. Where's little clothes and shit?
Well, how old is it? I don't know. It's a baby-sized baby.
Yeah. If you haven't read that scene, poor Liam is like pulling his hair out, and Pike's like, I don't know, just come get your damn wife.
Come get your wife,
ex-wife. Glorious Beck's kryptonite. Yeah, in some ways. I know.
No, the original books are now unicorns. Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
they are.
Let's see.
Oh, can't wait for Seth's mama's reaction. About what?
Oh, yeah. That's gonna be fun. But we have things in store for you that I guarantee you don't see coming.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So this is when we get to pull out the evil bitches.
I'm not evil. Well, yeah.
Oh, please.
I'm the one who. Yeah, never mind. We're not.
No, you can't say that either. But she has contributed to some of those reasons that y'all have thrown books across the room. I'm just saying, she has contributed too. This is not all me. No. Although I have to claim, I really have to claim the cliffhanger at the end of book 3, because I knew that was coming for a while.
Yeah, and I knew before book 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Of rain falling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it goes right here. It goes right here. Yeah. Kima wants to know if there will be a Doms of Genesis rebranding.
There will be a rebranding eventually, and there's another book coming there too, for sure. I'm still trying to. I wrote myself into a corner. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be just flat out honest. I've got so many pregnant subs. I'm not sure what we're gonna do except have birthing baby in the dungeon birthing class. I don't know. No,
that would be funny.
That would be funny, but
that would be funny if they started doing birthing classes in the dungeon.
Yeah, that'd be no, but yes, they will be rebranded. They've been out for a while. They need a facelift, and they need a rebrand, and I definitely need to wrap that up, and I'll toss around a few things with that too.
Yeah, Tracy, it will be funny. River was so negative about Rain's life when he first. Yeah. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't read the series, but yeah, suffice it to say, River is definitely no choir boy. Oh my gosh, y'all. Well, you know that if you got through.
Oh yeah, if you got
the bond, but he's no choir boy. No, I'm just saying.
No.
Oh dear God.
I just tapping into that kinky little monkey is going to be fun too. Maybe. We don't know. Yeah.
Oh, Kelly, your friend sent you text at 3 a.m. about book 3 of Rain Falling. Yeah, at 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, yeah. Honestly, you guys, there's, like I said, they're super hard to write. They're very time consuming to write. When we wrote The Brink, that was the Christmas. I think we each had about 12 hours, including sleep, to celebrate Christmas. That was like it. I ordered everything online. My mother got here and put up the tree. Like I had 12 hours. We were so under the gun.
Sean and my daughter put up the tree, wrapped all the presents. I did Amazon Christmas. I've never done that before. I ordered everything from Amazon. I threw it in my office. And I mean, I think everybody knew what they were getting because it was sitting in my office. But if there you
go, LaTanya. It's actually black cherry.
If they hadn't, we wouldn't have had Christmas. So.
Hi, Tamara. You're welcome.
It was crazy. The hours we were putting in. But
you know what? I think in some ways it benefited the book to have that much focus because everything was happening so fast and at things happening at 15-minute increments. It was so detailed that if we had taken a week or so off for Christmas, to step back in and try to remember where we were would have been something close to impossible, honestly. So the reality was it was hard, but holy cow, was it worth it, because it was such a fabulous experience to get through it and know that it was super tight because we stayed on top of it. So So we actually will begin writing this book probably around the first of the year. Jenna has lots of cowboys that she's working on. Why don't you talk about that for a little bit? Tell the peoples what you're doing, my dear.
So I had a little series called The Hotties of Haven, and it was a mess. I had a novella, novel. Y'all people had no idea what I was going to give you next, and I'm sorry about that. Hi, Robin. You just walked in. I just saw you.
Oh, hi, Robin.
I have taken all of these novels and novellas. The novellas are now full novels. We start off with Second Chance, Cowboy Second Chance at Love, which was actually Sin on a Stick. But it's been beefed up with, I thought 30,000 words, but a little bit more than that.
Just a little bit.
Just 50. Okay. So I got my word count today. So yeah. And then there is
thank you, Susan. That's very sweet.
And then there's a second book that was Wet Dream. And that is now the 30-Day Fling. And that's Sawyer. So the first book is Colton and Jade. It's a second chance romance. They went to school together, lusted after each other, but he was way older, she was way younger, and he wasn't going to jail for that. And for a guy who was like banging the entire cheerleaders and pep squad team, he did have morals, he would not take her innocence. So they hook back up, and whoa, it is
well, she comes tearing into town with an agenda.
She did. She came tearing into town to see, her life was not good because she couldn't get him out of her mind. She just couldn't get him out of her head. And she'd hooked, this is like 8 years the last time, it had been 8 years since she had seen him. And so she decides that if she's ever going to find happiness, she's going to have to just get him out of her system. And the only way, of course, to do that is to get him out of her system. So she comes hauling into Haven, which Haven is its own little great place. They have Bart's Bait and Bible store there. You can get a Bible and your bait, and then get your Bible. They've got at Toots Cafe. There's the Donnie's Drugs and Ditch Witch. So it's a drugstore, plus you can rent your Ditch Witch to go do your fields. And there's some crazy people there. There's Emmett, the Bigfoot hunter, who's the World War II vet. And there's Eleanor. Okay, there's Eleanor. That's all I'm going to say. There's Eleanor.
I thought it was Evelyn.
Oh no, there's her too, but Eleanor.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of somebody
Eleanor
else.
She has some memory issues, and so she likes to ask some personal questions right there in public, just personal question. So anyway, there's the Second Chance, Cowboy Second Chance at Love. Excuse me, comes out September 21st. 30-Day Fling, which is with the first book you get to meet the Grayson brothers, Colton's cousins. So the first book is about Colton, and the rest are about his cousins. Some of them are. There's all kinds of stuff in the works. And then there is the Cowboy's Cougar, which of course is age gap. We've got a young, sweet little virginal, well, maybe he's not. We don't know. Who has the hots for the barkeep in town. And then we have the cousin who is quite the man. He's quite the man whore. And he goes to Vegas for a friend's wedding. And what happens?
He leaves something behind.
He leaves something behind, but little does he know, it ends up in Haven. And then, of course, they're twins. So Nate, the one who is or may be or may not be a virgin, he and the man-whore are twins, twin brothers. So that makes a little interesting twist there too. So anyway, that one, Cougar releases October 26th, and Vegas Baby releases on November 16th. And then if you pick up Second Chance, Cowboy's Second Chance at Love, you'll get to meet the Carson brothers. They have an interesting story to tell. Their daddy.
She's been busy.
Their daddy is
eccentric.
Eccentric. Yeah, that's the word that Colton always uses for all the people in Haven. Jay's like, no, that's great. They're crazy. They're
crazy. But
crazy.
It's fine. It's fine.
Right. So actually, the Carson's daddy makes an offer to his 4 boys, which has actually really happened in real life. So that's all.
Yay!
So that's it. Those are my
so some questions while you were talking, rolling in. So somebody says, River Dean Pike, a greedy girl can dream. Well,
there's a slight problem with that.
There's a slight problem. We'll get to that. But we do have a funny story to tell. I should be able to tell this story. Don't you think we should tell this story about how we almost screwed up?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
So,
oh my God.
When we were writing The Chase, because the whole series is so detail oriented, we had at the big fight at the end,
with
we had some casualties and we had some injuries and we had lots of stuff happening. We tried to kill someone off that we realized was in a scene
in a few months from then. So we had to resurrect him. We were reading along going, we're done with this book and it's awesome and we're so happy. And all of a sudden I was like, I need to listen. He can't be dead. Oops. She gets on Zoom with me. She goes, you said we have a problem.
Yeah, we have a big problem, actually.
We have a big problem. We need to get him alive again. And I'm like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
so that required rewriting a whole bunch of that scene, but it's fine because I like it better now. It was and now honestly we can do something with it that we didn't expect to.
Nima goes, that was Dean, wasn't it?
Oopsie.
Oopsie. I said we can write it like Dallas. I don't know if you're probably too young to remember Dallas. It was a dream.
It was all a dream.
JR's not dead.
So Melissa's asking, since we don't have Isabella, how are we going to help? How are we going to finish the commitment? We have, we've had so many conversations, you guys. We have lots of her notes that she left, and we've done a lot of talking. You have to understand, a lot of this has been in the works for 10 years. It's been a long time. So we know where to go and we know how to wrap, and it will be a struggle and we will miss her, but yeah, who shot JR exactly.
Yeah, I know.
But it's good, and we will definitely care for all the things because we are ready.
Okay, so somebody asked, Tiffany wants to know, rain falling or heavenly rising? Rain falling. Rain falling first, sweetie.
Correct.
And then and you'll get to hate and love the guys all over again.
All at the same time. Because and the thing that I want to stress about this, if you haven't read them, and those of you who have, you know where I'm going with this really precisely, is that these are perfectly imperfect people. Mm-hmm. They're not I got so many people going, Rain's not really very submissive, and Hammer and Liam aren't good doms, and
they're good doms.
Well, you know what? They're people, and people are never at their best when they're super emotional and they're reacting instead of planning. And hello from Las Vegas.
I'm surprised you're not pointing at me when you're saying that.
What?
Over emotional, pointing at me because. Yesterday,
I might have had to talk you off a ledge or two lately, but it's fine.
You'd oh, down, girl, just stop.
And that's it exactly, Laura. People aren't perfect, and you don't, even the people you love most in your life, you don't love equally every day. You don't love everything they do. You don't love everything they say. You don't love everything they think. You love them, but you may not like them on certain days, and so. I really feel like I wanted to write people who weren't perfect and they weren't always heroic and they didn't always say and do the right thing, because those are real people to me. So I'm, that's really
right too. I love.
Yeah. And I really feel like if you dislike somebody as you're reading, keep reading. At least for me, when I write, a lot of times the joy in the writing for me is about the redemption of the character when they come full circle and learn to be a better human being. So anyway,
and
that is
Tanya. She says it's hard enough with me keeping up with the characters. How do you ladies do it? Well, we have the Bible, but there's also the characters are like,
they're like people to us. It's like knowing people in your life,
like a brother or a sister, or
it's like, so I get asked a lot how we keep, this is a great question, how we keep characters in different series straight. And I'm like, it's a little bit like, I know people I work with. I know people who are my neighbors. I know people I went to school with. Like, I don't confuse those people because they're contextual. I know where they came from. I know where I saw them. I know what they made me feel. And it's the same thing for all of you. You wouldn't confuse those people in your life either. And that's probably the best way to explain it, I think.
I think so too, because it's also like a part of us, because I think we all have pieces of ourselves in our characters, and every character I've written, there's pieces,
right?
And Pike is my brother. Nah.
Oh, William came and gave me a note. Sorry, guys. So if you're interested in ordering from the Shayla store, where you can get it right now, see, he gave me a note. If you're interested in order from the Shayla store right now, you can get 10% off of all the other prices with the code Unbroken10, because I forget to mention things that are kind of important, and that's how my brain is rolling these days, because I am working on a book that's eating my brain.
Wait till you guys read this.
Oh
my God.
I can't decide if it's crazy.
Oh no, it is so, like, you can't
intricate.
Those movies where you've got to really pay attention, or you're going to miss like the reason and the plot. I mean, it's just going to go over your head if you're not like focused on it. This is one of those books you have to be focused, because and the shit that be going down in that sucker is unreal. It's awesome. Unbroken 10, yes. No, Shayla Black.
Yep, here. I can change messages. Look at me go.
Ooh, look at you.
I know.
Awesome.
Or I could change to this message. Ooh. Yeah, Kathy is well documented. She didn't like 1 Mile at first. She couldn't stand him. And I kept saying, just keep going. Just keep going. You get to like him. You get to understand him. And she says, now he's my favorite.
Why, Laura, why am I revoking my halo? What did I do?
What didn't you do?
That's true too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I love, and I think that's one reason we probably are crazy like we are. I love taking characters that are so screwed up, and I love redeeming them. And yeah, I mean, my favorite book I've ever written, they're two, the hero and the heroine are both just totally, they're a mess. They're both a mess. But when they get together, they finally heal. So, did I ever have?
We can send you the information, LaTanya, if you want. We have some graphics and something floating around. We're a little trying to get everything ready at the. We've been working on this honestly for about a week solid, just to get the announcement out to you, to get all the books up, to get them revised with the links. You guys, for real. It's been a lot of a week making sure that these books were perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hours and hours and hours of perfect.
Yeah. So we will get you something, LaTanya. I know we have it. I just have to put my hands on it.
Lori
it is true.
Lori has a question for you.
I know. I don't know. I've resisted the idea of doing the Wicked Lover's Kids, although I have ideas, but partially because you guys. So, as a reader, once upon a time, I read a series where she did this. She went forward ahead, and this has been 25 years ago, but she went forward, and my first thought was, oh my gosh, this hero and heroine I love so much are now like, gray and menopausal. I mean, and I know it happens, but that was just not my image of them. And it had the time span between these two books releasing was really only like 18 months. And so for me, I was not mentally ready to be like, they have an adult daughter who's now getting married. Like, I struggled really hard with this. And then on top of that, she killed off the first hero, and I was like horrified, like mad horrified, furious. I almost didn't finish the book. But the thing is, I ended up loving the book, but for me, 18 months wasn't enough time. And I just am personally not ready. I mean, in my head, a lot of those kids are still toddlers. I can't. No, I totally get that, Tracy. And
you're going, yes, we do, Tracy.
Yes,
we do.
Absolutely. But I want to do it in a different way. First of all, I don't want to tell the stories of people I've already told. Mm-hmm. I had them go on their journeys, and I left them happy, and I want to keep them happy. I don't in any way want to revisit that, but I also feel like I won't say never, because I probably will at some point. I'm not there yet. In my head, they're still, I won't say they're toddlers anymore. In my head, they're somewhere like just about to hit puberty. Like, if I could write it as a YA maybe, but that's not really my bag either. And then there would be not enough sex in it. Y'all would be sad. So I just need to wait, I think, and get my head around enough time passing. I know it's a really long answer.
A Facebook user, Tracy, said that she said us older women want sex too. Yes, we do.
No, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, yes, we do.
And I also feel like I have things that I want to do things, because I totally agree, and there aren't enough books with older heroines. Right. I think it's a distinct problem. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah.
Exactly, Tamara. That would make me feel betrayed too, honestly. Thank you, Tracy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Melissa.
Trevor was the start of the snarky Jenna coming out, but
who knew?
Who knew? He doesn't have a filter. I don't either, so
So, do you guys have any more questions about Unbroken? I gave you guys an explanation in the newsletter. We both did in our newsletters about why we chose that name. I think it was really important. At first, like I said, we wanted to be kind of tongue-in-cheek and come up with these like almost soap opera names, because they were juicy and tropey and cliffy and all of those kinds of things. But as the series progressed, I think we thought they were going to be kind of short and pithy and sexy, and that is not what happened.
Emotional and
yeah.
Ooh. He's awake now.
Jenna's like, I got to go. Bye. So,
gosh.
Yeah, you will know when we start.
How did we come up with the new names?
Could have done that at the beginning.
You didn't bring me my iPad.
Yeah, I can't do everything for you.
Oh my God.
No, this is what he says when he doesn't want to admit that he forgot, because I asked him to do that like 3 times. But it's now my fault.
Yes, you can, darling. You're Superman.
Thank you, Kima. We think it fits too.
So how did we come up with the new names?
We really talked about what the book was at its core. Like, if I had to boil this book down to one word, that was really, and we had that idea already for The Choice and the Chase, which is why they didn't have title changes. By then, we really kind of knew the direction that we were wanting to go.
I didn't see that. That wasn't me. I just went.
No, it was my husband. He sighs
okay.
at me. He sighs at me when he wants to, hand me my iPad. Oh, now it's going to act funky. That's
I
fantastic.
thought you were giving me trouble because I went.
No, he came in here and handed me my iPad with a deep sigh.
Yeah. Susan wants to know what I'm thinking. There's a half-naked man walking around in my kitchen. He's like got his shorts and a wife beater on, and you know what I'm thinking. Okay.
Mine is always walking around in shorts and a wife beater. I know. I'm
Liam's
like,
yes, and Liam's family with the clairvoyance and his mother. Oh my God, I love his mother.
Oh my gosh,
she is. There's parts when there's parts where she's hilarious, and there's parts when she just makes you cry. With the
yeah, and there were things that she, and you guys have to understand, there are things that we wanted to even put in this series that we couldn't always put in, and there were things that she said to Rain that we really wanted to include, and there was just no space for it. We were already so long, and I am looking for this stuff, you guys. I really am.
And you don't want to know. I mean, do we tell them how much we edited out that we ended up cutting?
Oh gosh, probably 20,000 words. I mean, it would have been even longer than it already is, for reals.
Oh, Eve wants to know, isn't there something that he needs to bring you, Jenna?
Nah.
Is there something you need to bring me, sweetheart? He's like, huh?
He's like, do what now?
I keep looking at the kitchen at you, and everybody's like, what are you doing? I'm like, looking at a half-naked man in my kitchen. And Eve Candris goes, Jenna, isn't there something he needs to bring you?
And I should have had this ready to go, so this is all my bad.
That's fine. Dana says, hi, Sean. Hello, he says. Candris, are you horny? Cabby Hackett, are we breathing, sweetheart? Yes, we're all horny. Okay.
As William reminds me, I'm a poor author who does dumb things sometimes, so here, with the glare, that's fantastic. Glare. So on my iPad screen, you can kind of sort of see that is the cover for the free prequel, which is free everywhere but Amazon. Sorry, guys. The Broken. God, it's so hard to see.
Try to put it down maybe a little, or put your hand over the top.
That.
Try the over the top.
So here is, you guys, they are so pretty. I can't, the iPad is not doing it justice.
They're just gorgeous. Look at that.
Here's the betrayal.
All those.
Oh, the red is just stunning, and it's one of my favorite colors anyway.
I know.
So I'm showing all of these.
I think
because
so too, LaTanya.
There is a
20s.
a graphic with all of them together, but I just can't find it. So there's the break. I'm showing you in order. And you guys,
they're beautiful. Yeah.
If you've read them, you know the reason why Rain Falling and Heavenly Rising have a different color palette. They have a different
color palette, and they're all still the dark steamy sagas, the dark romance sagas. Even though Heavenly's covers are bright and beautiful, think about Heavenly. She's just
a reflection of her.
It is. It's a reflection,
and it's a reflection of the light I think she brings to both of their lives.
Oh yes,
that they don't even know how badly they need.
Crazy. Yeah.
Here is the choice.
I love those. Oh, I love them all.
There's an ethereal quality about them that I love, and I can't even tell you guys how much time and energy Rachel put into these covers. It's crazy pants. Chase.
We started. Oh gosh, how long?
Oh God, we've tried
covers for I don't know
2 years.
I know. And Eve, you're a baby.
And there's the commitment. Oh, there we go. There is the commitment.
There's the commitment.
And it's a pinky color that is not showing up well on this screen.
No.
But
if you got the newsletter,
if you got the newsletters,
go check those out. If you haven't opened them yet, run and go check your newsletters because you'll see them all lined up together, and it's just it's beautiful, just beautiful. Yeah, they're clean and wholesome. That's right, Kelly. Clean and wholesome.
Because we write tons of clean and wholesome books, Kelly.
Yeah, I always say I write, the what is it? I can't even think. See, my brain is gone. I write, the Christian romance because there's so much, oh God, oh God, oh God in my books.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
And we share online now. Share the covers, you mean, Kelly?
Yeah, you can share them online. We will be putting up graphics, and you are free to share far and wide. We would love that, in fact. Also, you guys, this is a request. If you have read the series, because we had to start over with new ISBNs and new titles and new listings and all of that kind of thing, we would, if you wrote reviews for the previous books, please go post your reviews for the new books. Mm-hmm. We would definitely be most appreciative if you could do that, because right now we have zero, at least last time I looked, because yeah. Thank you guys, thank you so much. Yay, it is time for a revisit, because I do that myself, you guys. Before we're gonna start another book in the series, I go back and re-listen to all the audios, and I'm making notes all the time. Like, that's kind of the way my brain works. So I am super, super excited to get to do that again before we start the commitment. What are you doing, dear?
Somebody wanted to know what an ISBN was.
Oh, okay.
So I just turned around
and we're still working on Amazon. Yeah, we're moving heaven and earth. It's just it's a whole tangle of paperwork right now, you guys. Honestly,
this way.
Other way.
When you get a book, you notice this little number down here. Every book that's published has to have an ISBN. I don't even know what ISBN stands for. And identifying
it's something
number,
identifying book number. Something I don't even remember.
Identifying shit for your book number. That's what it means.
Something like that. The prequel is new material. Most of it. We about 4 years ago, maybe we released parts of this in my newsletter. But even then, it's been vastly re-edited. So even if you read that 4 years ago, maybe it was 5, it was a long time ago. Mm-hmm. But we've definitely retackled a lot of it. A lot of it. Yeah. Go reread it. It's different. I promise. Yeah. It's the business number, kind of. Yeah, pretty much. It's the legal number that you...
Thanks, Laura.
When you register the copyright of a book, you have to have the ISBN number. There is the Copyright Office wants your ISBN numbers. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. International Book Series number. Thank you, Susan.
There we go. Thanks,
I kept wanting to say international, and I was just like, that seems weird.
It's better than what I called it.
Oh, Laura, for a bookseller. International Standard Book Number. That's what it is. But you do need that for your... Thank you, Christina, too.
So
you guys are smart. See, I just... When you lose yourself in a book mentally... Sorry.
It's like you just need the stuff to write it. That's all I know. It's part of writing. It's part of what you need.
Absolutely part of writing.
Going from here to there. So,
right, for sure. So, if you guys have any more questions for us... hit us now. If not, don't forget, The Broken is free on all platforms except for Amazon. If you want to order books from ShaylaBlack.com, use the code Unbroken10 for 10% off. Mm-hmm. And please write reviews if you've read the books. Please write reviews if you're going to read the books once you're done. Because, when we had to start over, that was sad. That
was sad when you're like, all of these fabulous reviews.
We had, you guys, on The Betrayal, we had over 2,000 reviews, and they are all gone. Yeah. Tracy, The Broken, it goes back. It sets up things that are going to happen in the rest of the series. So it goes back in time and kind of sets out how they get there before the betrayal even starts.
You get a glimpse of their dysfunctions. I mean, literally, you get a glimpse of what they're dealing with internally. So, yeah. you just, it's a little peek at what makes them tick, and it's intriguing. It's an intriguing look, I think.
Yeah. At a time before the romances actually started. Sonia, do I think that I will write Matt's story? If you're talking about Matt from Wiccan Devoted, yes, he is on my docket, I promise. In fact, I have actually picked covers. I'm like very excited by this, just saying. It's good to see you too, Chloe. I'm sorry it's going to be... The audiobooks will be rebranded. I don't know... Because the audiobooks are done through an audio publisher, I don't know how long it will take them to... we gave them new covers. They have the new titles. They know what to do. I just don't know how long it will take them to do all the things.
And we have Facebook user wants to know if they can get the print books, not ebooks.
Not yet, but very soon.
Right.
Jenna, do you have a website?
Yes, I do. It's www.jennajacob.com.
Thank you, Rhonda. More than hate you. Yes, I'm working on it, Eve. I promise. I'm working on it. I promise. Just
will
very
it be in
slowly.
paperback, Robin? Yes, they will be in paperback.
Yeah.
But thank you, Eve. They're not there yet.
No, we're because the whole situation with Amazon and prints are done. At least our prints are done through Amazon. So, you guys may have noticed, like, the commitment has a pre-order up for print. Like, everything just got kind of messed up in the pipes, and we're having to untangle it. There was a lot of confusion, and yeah, it's just a big giant cluster right now, but we'll get there. I promise. We will.
Yeah, we'll get there. We're
the audiobooks will remain the same, Fong. Mm-hmm. They will. Mm-hmm. We will probably end up, sadly, having to finish the Heavenly Rising saga with a new narrator. I would love to get Christian back, but I don't see that happening. I don't think he's narrating currently. So, we will find somebody suitably up to the task, I promise.
Yes.
Because I love those audios too. Like, love.
Yeah, and Shayla Black, you're leaving notes here as you're talking and drinking. I think you're just so you multitask like.
I am a multitasker from way back.
You are. I'm
like
multitasking mama.
I am. That's why I'm like reading William's notes.
I know that Shayla will, and I will definitely just send out a newsletter, and we'll put it all over Facebook when Amazon, when we get things ironed out there. Yeah. And we are ironing. Let me tell you, we've been some ironing biatches lately. We have been. And so
Eve is asking me when my next book comes out. Having just come off of Boom 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 releasing. So for those of you who don't know, God, I really want to fix his hair, Lord. For those of you that don't know, I just finished releasing the Protectors series, and in the Forbidden Confession series, so it's the Protectors quartet. So and those are all complete now. So, and they are in a print volume, but the individual ebooks are out there. It is Seduced by the Bodyguard, Seduced by the Spy, Seduced by the Assassin, and Seduced by the Mafia Boss. So those are all done. That's complete. And I have More Than Possess You coming out on September 28th through 1001 Dark Nights. For those of you who asked me about Echo's story from my Misadventures books and wanted to know when the youngest sister was going to get her story, I've done a Hope series crossover with the Reed Family Reckoning series. You guys, weirdly, this turned out to be one of my favorite books that I wrote this year. Echo and Hayes just kind of stole my heart. Like, she has this way about her, and for being her best friend, in reality, Hayes just never saw her coming. He just didn't see it. So, anyway, love that. That will be out September 28th, and that's up for pre-order now, but it's a 90-day exclusive to Amazon. And then right after the first of the year, it will be available, I believe, or right before the first of the year, it will be available wide. And then on November 9th, I will be releasing More Than Hate You. You guys. Oh my gosh. You guys. I'm just saying. I didn't know.
I got to sneak peek at it, and oh my god.
I didn't know that I was going to find somebody who could match Sebastian. Holy cow. Sloane is fun.
A firecracker. She
is a firecracker. Holy shitsies. So I'm super excited because it's going really well, and slow because of everything else.
Well, everything else is going on crazy. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, and there's updates about my dad, but we're not going to get into that right now. There's just more going on with my dad, you guys. So I will talk about that next week when we are not quite so in the hype of excitement, but and we need more information. But anyway.
But what's so crazy is last year my dad broke his hip, and then Shayla's dad broke his hip. This year my dad broke another hip, gang, and now we've got just all kinds of crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, more hip action going on. So
I just wanted to write and then take dad to physical therapy and come. It's thank goodness my stepsisters have been helping, because we have to, drive him to physical therapy and bring him home. It's kind of crazy, but
yeah. And my dad's 1,000 miles away, so
he's still here. He's 91 years old, broke both hips, and he's still living alone.
He is a trooper, man.
Yeah.
He is a trooper. So
well, it does unless you're unless you've already got pre-orders up, Tracy. Then you're pretty much going like I have been.
Yeah. So. The platforms, some give you more leeway than others if you have to move a date. Amazon is the most difficult.
Yeah.
You get about 30 days, and that's about it. Time for plastic bubble for the dads, right? I love that idea.
Me too.
Oh my gosh. Don't walk anymore. Neither of you. Stop walking.
Stop walking. Just get in your bubble. We'll get you a hover round and a bubble, and you can just.
William teases me all the time that he wants one of those, lifts that will take you up the stairs.
We had
in our house. Yeah, not that he's not perfectly capable of walking, but he's like, it needs to have like a built-in cup holder and maybe even a coffee maker. Like how long are you going to be on this?
You don't have that many stairs. I mean,
right? It's not like it's multiple flights.
My sister put one in her house when my mom was
he's saying with a cup holder.
With a cup and a wet bar. Just put it on there with a cup holder and a wet bar.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He'd like that. He would like that. So at any rate.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry, Janine. That's not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. In June.
My heart goes out to you. That's hard.
Well, he's 70. Yeah. To slide around the kitchen. Oh my God.
It didn't end well. No, it doesn't sound like it. At that age, they don't need to be sliding anywhere.
Mm-hmm. No.
You bought your daughter a bubble. It comes in a 2-pack from Amazon. I like that.
I do.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
See, LaTanya, he's not that old, but he says, I feel old mentally. And I was like, I can't help you with that.
Should I tell him just wait another 10 years and it's going to be a whole lot worse? But
we're not going to have that conversation.
I got a birthday next month.
You do? You got a birthday in 2 weeks.
3.
2.
3. Shit.
2.5.
I'm 29 plus 29 plus 4 there.
You're right, Kathy, and we are thankful that we have our parents, because I know not everybody does.
No, they don't, and it's hard. Kelly's laughing.
Yeah. Your grandma is 101 and doesn't use her lift. Wow, that's impressive.
Okay, hey, William, you don't get a lift.
Yeah, no lift for you.
101. Thank you, E40. I love you. Mwah.
Yeah. 29 for the how many times? Yeah, I'm going to have to start adding how many times I've been 29 too. It's getting a little scary.
Plus more.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Twice plus 4. That's what it is. Ah.
I know.
You know what the one thing I can't wrap my head around, because I don't feel like I'm this old. In my head I feel like I'm 26. My daughter turns 40 next year. That's what's blowing my mind. That's what's messing with my head. Wow. Wow.
And I'm struggling with the fact that mine's about to be a college graduate next spring. I'm like, what is happening right now? What is happening?
I know. I'm sitting here. Where did the time go? Because you said she was in her senior year. I'm like, no, she's not. This is like
you're thinking of her still going through puberty, aren't you?
She's in high school because we're going to drive her when I'm here. We're driving her to school that morning.
We picked her up and
I picked her up and
watched her practice. And I know. Your oldest is 29, Tracy. Yeah. Crazy. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Time flies. Time really, really flies.
Yes. Way too fast.
Yeah, for sure. And as you get older, I feel like it's going faster.
It's like a roll of toilet paper. When you're little, it's full. And Christmas takes forever. And it's like...
And your birthday. Oh my gosh, you're like so excited.
And then you get like middle age and it's like, wow, what?
That's coming pretty fast now.
And now you get my age and it's like, stop pulling on the roll.
That's right. And now I'm like, so I mean, I hate January anyway, because it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't like winter. Everybody knows that. And I'm just sitting here going, and then I have to have another birthday. Ew. Like, it's the first of the year and everybody goes on a diet and, nobody's happy in January. Nobody is happy in January.
Oh my God. Kathy, I have 5 grandkids. My oldest one graduated last year. He is 18. My other one will be he's a senior this year. He graduates. He'll be 18 in December. And then I have Dakota, who is a sophomore, a freshman, and Jack, who is 11, and then I have Beckett, who's going to be 2. He's a year and a half. So it's pretty crazy. I'm going to get a kiss. Watch. He's going to come in and give me a kiss. Hold on.
I might be able to get a kiss. Mine's just sitting here glowering
Well, he
at
needs
me.
to give you a kiss when I get a kiss.
Yeah.
You get a kiss, don't I?
I don't care.
He went out the front door.
I gotta prepare for my after-hours show.
Oh, your after hours, his OnlyFans show, the only family show that's back on since they now allow her porn again. He's ready with his bearskin rug.
In my pipe.
And his pipe.
Hey, ladies.
Oh my God. You see, like, to me in my head, I'm looking. Never mind. I'm not even going to go there.
Yeah, no, don't go there.
I'm not even going to say it.
No. Okay. So that wraps our show.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, we're done. So we just thank you guys for joining us for our big announcement. We're super excited. We wanted to share our excitement with you because it's been, here we go. I got the pipe.
Oh, the pipe.
He's not kidding.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah, he's not kidding.
What is he smoking in that thing?
Nothing.
Nothing.
He just thinks he looks dapper.
Ooh, he needs a little ascot thing.
No, he's got a smoking jacket. It's a whole thing. It's great. So
okay,
yeah.
I get shorts, steel-toed boots, and a wife beater in winter to go to do the grill.
To go barbecue. Yeah,
you've
right.
got the whole smoking jacket.
He's Mr. As my mother would say, Swaven de Boner.
Swaven de Boner. Linda's going, your hubbies are hilarious.
They are funny. So, you guys, if like I said, last call, link is right there.
Yes.
Use code Unbroken10. The freebie is free everywhere except Amazon. Sorry, we're working on it. Print is coming. Audio is available. The
Thank you, Karen.
Titles will change eventually. Can't tell you how long it will be. We love you guys. Thank you for joining us and listening to us ramble on like we do. But it's been great we do a lot, you guys. Mm-hmm. If you can see us on Zoom, it's a whole thing. So we appreciate you guys being with us. And I'll see you next Wednesday. And have a lovely rest of your week. Have a great weekend. Week,
guys.
Thank you.
And thank
you. Bye.
Thank you for sharing this